Grant aids local conservationists. By James Poyner. In as little as 18 months, a Friends of group of young conservationists in Eltham has grown exponentially. The Friends of the Platypus is the recipient of a $4,500 Yarra Valley Water Community Grant, which will help the group expand its conservation and community education work. The Friends of the Platypus, as a concept, began in December 2023. Convener Rebecca Cable told Manningham and Nillumbik Bulletin that the impetus to start the group was triggered while walking along the Yarra River at Griffith Park.
One thing I really like about that park is it's a little bit hidden away, so not a lot of people know about it. But the people that go there have a really strong care and connection to that place. So there's all these moments. There's the sunset spot where you're looking over the river as the sun begins to set, and people like to sit there and meditate and connect with each other. But one of the things that really stood out to me is walking along the river and seeing how much rubbish gets deposited. It comes through from the rapids and then gathers in a little lagoon. I just saw an overwhelming amount for me.
Rebecca said she saw bottles and degraded plastics being washed up along this section of the river and decided to start picking it up. She said one of the first things she picked up was an old 2-litre soft drink bottle half buried in the mud.
And as I lifted it up, I realised it was full of syringes, which was really shocking.
Rebecca said she also has a fear of needles, which made the experience even more confronting.
I remember feeling intensely emotional about it, not just because I'd taken the action of starting to clean up, but because what I had found was so confronting.
Following this event, she returned to the same location with her housemate and they began cleaning up the park together.
So that's how it all started.
She said. Rebecca inspired a group of 20-plus volunteers to meet regularly and clean a small section of the Diamond Creek near Brougham Street. She said the group decided on its name after spotting a platypus in the section of creek they had been regularly clearing of waste and weeds. The group grew significantly in 2024, partnering with several other local friends groups for Clean Up Australia Day and receiving support via the Melbourne Water Watch program. Rebecca has a passion for conservation, healthy waterways and the human connection they bring. She said the community grant will help them intensify their conservation efforts.
Over the next 6 months, Friends of the Platypus aims to intensify its conservation efforts with the help of the Yarra Valley Water Community Grant. Our key objectives include expanding our monthly clean-up events to new areas along the Birrarung Yarra River, Plenty River and Mullumbik Creek, significantly increasing the scale and frequency of rubbish removal and replanting activities. We also plan to launch a series of community workshops and education events to foster a deeper understanding and appreciation of the platypus and its ecosystem among local residents.
She said. The group will conduct habitat assessments to identify areas in most need of revegetation and develop interactive mural maps and educational materials to highlight the importance of preservation.
It's huge for us to be able to broaden our impact and maximise community engagement, bringing people along the journey with us to create a more sustainable urban environment for everyone to enjoy.
Yarra Valley Water's General Manager of Strategy and Community, Tiffany White, said it was great to see the strides Friends of the Platypus is already making to educate the public and generate interest in local environmental initiatives.
Friends of the Platypus's enthusiasm and dedication to restoring platypus habitats is a wonderful example of community-driven conservation efforts. They're not only protecting a unique species, but also fostering a deeper connection to the environment for future generations.
Tiffany said. On Sunday, May 25, Friends of the Platypus will host a platypus party in Wingrove Park, Eltham. Visitors can learn more about waterway conservation and the local native wildlife. Find out more about the conservation group at friendsoftheplatypus.com.au. Find out more about Yarra Valley Water's community grants at yvw.com.au/community-grants.